Hi guys, it is Saturday, April 4th, 2020, and I'm just going to do a quick grocery haul for you here. For anybody that's watched the very few videos I've posted so far, I know I'm new to this, you'll know that I live in Manitoba, Canada. I have two part-time jobs, one of which is that I work at a Canadian grocery store chain called Sobeys. Sometimes I shop there because they have good sales, and plus they're an Air Mile sponsor, so if you spend $20, for every $20 spent, you get one Air Mile. And sometimes they'll have Air Miles promotions where there's certain items that if you buy 2 or 3 of, you'll get more Air Miles or what have you. But here in Canada, we also have another grocery store chain called the Real Canadian Superstore. They have a points program too. And if you followed me at all or watched any of my videos, you know that I love to collect points, whether it be Air Miles or whether it be the points at Superstore. Their points program is called PC Optimum. PC stands for President's Choice, which is their store brand. Just like Walmart has Great Value brand, Superstore has President's Choice brand, or PC, or also their store brand can be known as No Name. So if you see some packaging that has just yellow packaging with a black bar on it, and it'll say on that black bar No Name, that is a Superstore No Name brand. Or President's Choice is also their store brand as well. And if you sign up to be a PC Optimum member, you can get your app on your phone, and you only get points for the items that they send you the offers on. The first few weeks, they're just learning to kind of track what you buy. And after a few weeks, the offers you get weekly on the app or in your email are customized to things you typically buy. So then each week you get a certain number of offers. You can defer up to 4 of those a week, up to 4 offers a week. But anything you buy on your offers, you get points on for that week. So that's what I tend to like to do. I like to buy things at my work at Sobeys and get Air Miles, but I tend to like to also shop at Superstore and get things that come up on my offers and get the points on them. So that's what I did today. Today was strictly a Superstore offer. And one of the things that has been on my offers for quite some time, but I keep deferring week after week, is beef. Sometimes I get ground beef, but this time I got a package of stewing beef and 3 roasts. I like to make the roast beefs, like a pot roast, in my slow cooker or in a roasting pan in the oven. Or sometimes I'll cook it in the oven, and then the last time I did one, I cooked it in the oven and then I cut it up and made it into a beef barley soup. And so that's what I do. Or else I will do beef stew in my slow cooker. And I have some of these, I have a couple of pot roasts in my freezer already and another tray of beef stew, but because beef was on my offers, I decided to get some this time just because, and finally use that offer up. And that actually got me quite a number of points because I spent $17.40 on that, $12 on that, and $11.46 here, and then $12.70 on this one. So I forget how many points it was per dollar spent, but it gave me a considerable amount of points. Mini potatoes. Sometimes potatoes come up on my offers. This week they did not. However, these bags, 1.5, is it 1.5 pounds? Yes, 1.5 pounds per bag. Were only like 98 cents a bag. So we got, I think these are yellow ones, and these are little red potatoes. Very, very cheap. They're on for $1. Tin foil, I think I might be running low on that. I wasn't sure if I had an extra roll of tin foil or not, so I grabbed one. We've got a 2-pound bag of baby carrots. The celery was a ridiculous price today. Last year, when all those diets, like the celery juice diets, were out, celery up here was going for like $5 for stalks of celery. Now they're down to 98 cents. Just what a difference a year makes. My husband picked this up, a package of broccoli slaw. If you've watched it all, you've heard me talk about my birds a little bit. We have budgies, we have cockatiels, we have an Indian ringneck, a Senegal, some conures. Like, we have a house full of birds, ranging from budgies right up to some bigger birds. And I think we've given them this broccoli slaw before, and they love it. So we mainly bought that for them. And with the celery was on my offers this week too. So that was another reason. It was a really good price, and it was on my offers. So perfect time to get it. Saran wrap, or Glad cling wrap in this case. We were low on it, so grabbed a roll of that as well. No Name vegetables, again with the yellow packaging and the No Name brand up there. That No Name frozen vegetables were on my offers, so grabbed a bag of that. We typically like the corn or the peas here, or sometimes I'll buy a mixed bag, like of corn, peas, carrots, and green beans. This time I went for corn because that's what we're out of. My daughter is 20 years old, but Easter is coming, and she's getting an Easter basket, even just the same as if she was 5 years old. You're never too old to have Santa Claus or Easter Bunny treats. So we got I picked up a few things at the store for her for Easter, because that is coming in less than a week. And these mini eggs here, although they're for Easter, I forget how much they were now, but I'd have to look at the receipt. But they were on sale, but there also was an in-store offer on points for it. I believe it was like 3,000 bonus points, bonus PC Optimum points if you bought a bag of those. So I grabbed one bag. I have a recipe for cookies using them that I keep meaning to try, and I have not done so yet. So I grabbed those because they were on sale and because there's an in-store offer on points, and maybe they'll make their way into cookies, or maybe they'll make their way into my daughter's Easter basket, or, maybe the cookies will get made next year. Who knows? These boxes right here, these Nature's Bakery fig bar, these are things my husband bought because he wants to take them in his lunches for work. They're not something I buy. I don't really know much about them. So he picked these up, blueberry and raspberry flavored. He has some issues with dairy and is also trying to avoid soy just to see if that helps his stomach a little bit. And apparently these were found in like a natural food aisle at Superstores to where they do not have either of those ingredients in. So hopefully they will work for him. They'll be good things he can take to work. Also a couple things for the Easter basket. Please disregard the basket or the sinks full of dirty dishes in the background. I worked all day and then went and did groceries, so housework has not happened yet. 4 liters of milk. I'm almost out, so needed to pick some up. Cucumbers were on my offers, so got a 3-pack of English cucumbers. Bananas were also on my offers, so grabbed some of those. Okay, we did a Petland run earlier. This bird seed here came from Superstore, however, because I find that budgie seed and cocktail seed is cheaper at Superstore than it is at Petland. However, because we do have bigger birds like a Quaker parrot, conures, and an Indian ringneck and a Senegal, they need special food. They need pellets. So for that, we went to Petland and we bought a great big bag of pellets. Plus we have a rabbit, so we bought him some rabbit pellets there. That's all fine and good. But the best price I've found so far on a bag of, budgie seed or cocktail seed has been at Superstore. So I usually pick up, I think I have a spare bag of budgie seed already, but we were only getting low on cocktail seed, so I grabbed one of each. And that's the Indian ringneck chirping in the background. He's putting his 2 cents worth in from the next room. This Chipotle mayonnaise, this is, and again, you see the PC President's Choice brand. This was an item that my husband picked up. He tends to like things that are spicier, like Chipotle, whereas I tend to like more milder things. He wanted to try it, so we grabbed that. Then he also grabbed this pineapple jerk VH sauce. I grabbed some frozen cranberries. I believe, I'm trying to think if PC Frozen Fruit, the President's Choice brand of frozen fruit, was on my offers this week or not. I'm not sure that it was this week, but it sometimes does come up. I don't think it was on my offers currently, but it has been in the past. So sometimes if you buy something that you have had on offers before, but haven't for a while, when you buy it again for the first time in a while, sometimes that will trigger the system to say, oh, she's buying that again. And then maybe it'll come up again in a week or two on your offers. But even if it doesn't right away, it was on sale, I think $2.97 for a bag. And I do like to make orange cranberry muffins sometimes. And I'm not sure if I have frozen cranberries anymore. So thought I would grab some. I got another bag of pearl barley. It's not a real big bag, but I still have some left from before. But I tried some pearl barley soup the last time and it turned out really, really well. So I wanted to get a bag just to make sure I have enough. With everything going on with the pandemic scare and everything out there, I'm trying to make sure we're well stocked on the basics like flour and yeast and, of course, toilet paper, although I don't think we've gone too overboard on that. And just the basics like rice and whatnot, too. Anything that's non-perishable, and keeping the freezer stocked with meat as well, which is another reason why I got the beef. Partly because it's on offers and I have interest in making stew and soup coming up, but also just because I'm trying to be smart and keep everything stocked up. Padlock, not exactly a grocery item, but my daughter has just gotten a job at the same grocery store I work at starting this week. We have lockers there, so I figured she's going to need a padlock just because, it's a good place to put her purse while she's at work. So picked one of those up while I was at the store because we were already there. In past, I had gotten one from Dollarama before, and they actually broke after a little while. They're very thin. They're not nearly as thick as these ones. And the ones I got from Dollarama only lasted a couple months, and I had to replace them anyway. So I have one like this, and now she's got one. And then Liquid Plumber, got a couple of those. I have shoulder length hair. My daughter has quite long hair, and every once in a while we need to use that on the bathtub. And Liquid Plumber was on my offers. So good time to get it. So this is everything we got here. We had also stopped at Shoppers Drug Mart today because they had pop on sale. Or I know we refer to it as pop here in Canada. If you're an American viewer, you probably call it soda. That's okay, but they had 6 packs of bottles of Pepsi. I forget what size of bottle they are, but they're not a 1 liter. I think they're 750 milliliters, I believe. I think they were 2 for $5. And they also give PC Optimum points too. Shoppers Drug Mart is kind of owned by the same family, the same company. So you get PC Optimum points there for every dollar spent. So we picked that up. That's already been put away downstairs. And of course there was the Petland, some millet for the budgies, and parrot food and rabbit food. And that was actually a pretty expensive excursion because we bought 2 metal food cups because 2 of our birds tend to like to loosen the food cups from the sides of their cage and throw it on the floor. So we spent nearly $100 at Petland today between all the rabbit food and parrot food, 2 food dishes and a bag of millet. And then at Superstore today, the grand total here, from everything you see here, this is all Superstore, all on the counter, we spent $180.24. And let me see the breakdown of the points here if I can find it for you. Right here. We got 400 points on the bananas, 400 points on the cucumbers, 11,000 points on the fresh beef. That is why I've been waiting on that offer to when I had a good enough budget that I could spend a decent amount on the beef, and definitely took advantage of today. So that brought me 11,000 points. And no-name frozen vegetables, 800 points for that bag of corn, and 1,800 points for the liquid plumber. And I believe up here further on it said right here 3,000 points for the mini eggs pouch. So we got the 3,000 points for that, plus all these bonus points, the 3,000 points for the mini eggs was a bonus points. That's an in-store offer. And these ones here are from my regular weekly offers that I get on my PC Optimum app. So it did pretty well. It cost $180.24, but how the PC Optimum points program works is you can redeem in $10 increments. And I was at 19,000, just over 19,000 points today before I went and did my shopping. And with all that, I am now sitting at just over 42,000 points, which means you have to redeem in $10 increments. So that means I'm sitting at $40 I can redeem at this point if I want to. Sometimes between paychecks, you need to do it. You need to, money's tight. You need to redeem $10, $20 or the whole thing. In a perfect world, I'd like to be able to save it up and get like 100 or 200 worth saved up. But we'll see what happens. So that's what we did today. And now we got to get all this put away. It is 7:10 in the evening. I worked from 10 until 2 today, and then came home and got the family. Went and did Petland and Shoppers Drug Mart and Superstore. And it's after 7 o'clock at night, and I haven't had supper yet. All this stuff still has to be put in the freezer and in the fridge and the cupboards. And as you can probably hear, I've got a bunch of very hungry or attention-seeking parrots in the background. So I guess they need attention. But first I'm going to put my groceries away. Hope you enjoyed this. I will see you again next time. Have a good weekend.